Hello Clash fans, Trample Damage coming at you today with some attacks for the Skeleton Park. What we're going to do is take a look at two of the Skeleton Parks that I attacked earlier using some of my mini bases. And I am going at this using just 14 Rocket Loons. Now this is a, let me go back over here. This is for a Capital Peak, or sorry, oops, that's our current opponent. This is for Capital Peak 9, so our Capital Peak 9 showing our progress here. And what we are going to do is we are going to use the Graveyard spell along with some rocket balloons and a couple camps worth of minions to take this district out very consistently in 2 hits. Now, the base layout, what we're really targeting is the minion hive, and then on to the right-hand side, the Wiz Tower and the air defense. And we're just going to pepper in the rocket balloons to take out some of these key targets. And the reason we bring a couple minions, because these walls will prevent us from dropping our rocket balloons in closely. So we really want to take out this little clan house here, which will give us access to getting into this air defense. Now, because we put the skeleton spell or the graveyard spell on the left-hand side of this air bombs, it's going to wind up giving the rocket balloons a chance to get in there and take the air bombs out before they really start dealing a lot of damage. And then eventually when this house goes down, we can use one rocket balloon over here to finish taking out the wizard tower and the air defense that would have potentially been giving us some issues, but a few skeletons in there, the air skellies in there, soften them up a little bit. And that's usually about how the first attack is going to go. You'll get the center area down and you'll pick away a little bit at the edges. Now, the reason why I love this attack so much is because the reflector is so annoying against a lot of troops because of how much damage it deals, but rocket balloons are actually really good against the reflectors. So we're going to do with the second attack, of course, we've already got the skeleton spells, or the graveyard spells. I keep calling them skeleton spells. The graveyard spells already sitting on these other spots, and we're going to place the last 3 on the rocket artillery, the giant cannon, and the air bombs. So you see here, we have 1 reflector, and we placed 1 order of rocket balloons, and that order of rocket balloons will be able to take out the reflector because of the damage they deal plus their death damage. Same thing over here. 1 camp of rocket balloons between the initial damage they deal and then the bombs that they create when they fall will take out those reflectors. And those reflectors, if you are used to using smaller troops like super archer or sneaky archers, or even some of your super barbarians, or even just the regular skeletons that are coming from the graveyard spell, it is a pain in the butt to get rid of those reflectors. But with this army composition, you can really just overwhelm the space, and you get literally, it's a balloon parade, if you remember from the old Hog Rider video.
Hey, look, a balloon parade!
Balloon. I think that's an air attack.
No way! That's a beautiful balloon parade!
It's a balloon parade! Yeah! And then the balloons start dropping bombs. Cool attack. So that's one version of what I did here. Of course, I will say, if you do like the video, if you do like my content, comment down below, subscribe, check out my stuff on TikTok. Use code TRAMPLE when you go into the shop, of course. You know how that works. Code TRAMPLE, and then buy stuff. The Heart Hunter Queen still available for another day or so here, so make sure you pick that up. We'll jump back in here. We're going to take a look at the other attack, the other base that I did the same exact thing against Das Imperium. It is a very consistent and very functional attack. So this is, it's the same base layout. We did the same thing. Just those 3 skeleton spells, target the rocket balloons into there. Very quickly we can overwhelm the right-hand side of the base, and then of course on the second end of the attack, on the second attack, we'll be able to do basically the same thing. Now this works even at Capital Hall 8, Capital Hall 9, Capital Hall 10. Same type of attack will wind up working. You just have more powerful rocket balloons, and if you do wind up getting into a situation where you're attacking a district that we're going to attack actually the current one that is available here and show you how amazingly this attack actually works. As soon as we dump the troops that we have here, and we will say we want 3, so 3 minion camps, so the rest rocket balloons, and of course 3 graveyard spells. But this works really well even at other town halls. When you deal with the districts that are a little bit more well designed and the buildings are a little bit more packed in, the attack still works really well because so much of the defense in here is all the reflectors. Because you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought there was a 6th. Is it only 5? It's only 5 reflectors. Those reflectors make up such a big piece of the defenses that are in here. So we'll go ahead and do just like we did on the other ones. We'll drop 1 skeleton, graveyard, 1 graveyard spell there, 1 graveyard spell there, and 1 there. And then we're going to go ahead and go rocket balloons, rocket balloons, rocket balloons, rocket balloons, rocket balloons, rocket balloons. Then we'll put 1 set of minions in over here. And we will put in a few more rocket balloons, and as soon as this stuff goes down, you can see the air bombs being distracted over here. You can wait a little bit if you want to put the skeleton spell or the graveyard spell a little bit later. We'll put minion in there, rocket balloon for them, and then as soon as that multi-cannon, I forget what that thing's called, that multi-cannon goes down, we can put in 1 set of rocket balloons. This one should get both of those down. I believe it'll take both of those down. Minion hive going to go down. We still have 4 more rocket balloons, which we would love to be able to take out that air bombs right there. Boom, air bombs down. We'll pre-plan for the next attack with a minion, and then we will go in here, and then we will go against the wizard tower, and that is going to be the first of the 2 attacks that are going to be necessary to take down this district. I haven't yet figured out how to get this thing down in 1, which I'm sure somebody out there did, and somebody out there is substantially better at clan capital than I am, but we'll go ahead and let that finish up there, because those balloons, well, you see what happens if they even make it there. They try and attack the reflectors, and they're immediately torched. So the reflector's so powerful against the skeletons, but the reflectors do not hold up well against the rocket balloons. Okay, so for the second one, I like to put it right on top of the rocket artillery. We can put this one on the air bombs, and then this one, it's not going to do a lot of good for us to have it right near the reflector, so we'll go ahead and go there. We'll go rocket balloon right away. Rocket balloon, rocket balloon, rocket balloon. We'll put in some minions, and now we've got access into here, even without the need for any wall breakers, and we can just get into those reflectors and take them down with our handy-dandy rocket balloons, which of course are very powerful. And there goes another reflector. We still have a couple of rocket balloons left. The last thing, of course, that will be problematic is the air bombs that are sitting in there, which at this point we can just dump more minions in here and then send our rocket balloons to take out those. And again, you get to look at this. It's the skeleton, it's the balloon parade, because they are all the way back across the skeleton park. Great way to take this district out in 2 hits almost every single time. Make sure to comment down below. Make sure that you're following me for great content. Share this with your clanmates. Take out Skeleton Park in 2 hits, and we will see you guys on the next video.